Did you know that something as ordinary as taking a shower could turn deadly after the age of 70? It sounds dramatic, I know, but this isn't fear-mongering. It's science, and it's something most families have never even heard about. Every day, millions of seniors step into the shower, thinking it's just another normal part of their morning routine. But what if I told you there's a specific time of day that silently puts older adults at serious risk? And what's even scarier, most people never see it coming until it's too late. What you're about to hear in the next few minutes could literally save a life, maybe your own or someone you care about. Let me tell you about Stanley Peterson. He was 75, active, sharp-minded, living on his own outside Boston. A proud grandfather. A man who walked every morning, kept up with his checkups, and handled his life independently. Until one morning, his daughter Jennifer found him unconscious on the cold bathroom floor. He had taken a shower at what medical experts now call the deadliest time of day for seniors, and that one simple decision cost him his life. His family had no idea. None of us do until something tragic forces us to look closer. So today, we're going to look closer. We're going to uncover the 7 hidden dangers of showering at the wrong time and the life-saving steps you can take starting tomorrow morning. Let's begin with the first and most critical mistake older adults make every single day: showering during the fatal time window. Here's the truth no one tells you. If you're over 70, taking a shower between 4 o'clock a.m. and 8 o'clock a.m. can increase your risk of a fatal accident by up to 80%. Let that sink in. That quiet time before sunrise, when many seniors like to start their day, can actually be the most dangerous time to step into the shower. Why? Because your body is working against you. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have identified a phenomenon called the morning surge. It happens when your blood pressure, which naturally dips overnight, spikes suddenly in the early morning. This spike puts intense pressure on your heart, brain, and blood vessels, just as you're stepping into hot, steamy water. Dr. Richard Thompson, a leading expert in cardiovascular health for seniors, explains it like this. The early morning creates a perfect storm of vulnerabilities: low hydration, unstable blood pressure, and sudden stress from heat exposure. It's the riskiest moment for activities like showering. Still think it's just bad luck? Let me tell you about Doris Williams, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Philadelphia. Every morning at 6 o'clock a.m., she took a hot shower to feel refreshed and ready. Until one day she collapsed mid-routine. Her doctors later said the timing of her shower likely caused her sudden drop in blood pressure, leading to a fall that fractured her hip and kept her in the hospital for weeks. And the worst part, it was entirely preventable. So what should you do? Shift your shower time. Move it to mid-morning between 10 o'clock a.m. and noon, when your body is more awake, stable, and alert. Here's a simple trick. Grab a sticky note. Write shower between 10 and 12 only. Stick it to your bathroom mirror. Right now, it might be the cheapest, easiest life-saving action you take today. Have you ever noticed feeling a bit more lightheaded during hot showers than you used to? That's not your imagination. After age 70, your body loses its ability to regulate temperature effectively. This makes hot showers, especially in the early morning, far more dangerous than most people realize. Here's why. In the early morning, your core body temperature is at its lowest point. That's totally normal. But the sudden exposure to hot water causes a sharp contrast, creating stress on your cardiovascular system. Dr. Amanda Chen, a specialist in geriatric thermophysiology, puts it simply: older adults can no longer adapt quickly to temperature changes. That sudden blast of heat in the morning, it's like a shock to the system. And for some seniors, that shock is too much. Take the case of Albert Reynolds, an 83-year-old retired accountant. He had a habit of starting his day with a hot shower around 5:30 a.m. One morning, the heat triggered a dangerous heart rhythm disturbance, an arrhythmia that nearly killed him. His cardiologist later told him it wasn't just the heat, it was the timing. Early morning is when your body is most vulnerable to sudden changes. Here's your action plan. Lower your water temperature to a safe, lukewarm 95-100 degrees F. Install an anti-scald valve or temperature limiter in your shower. Avoid showering during your body's coldest, weakest hours, before 9 a.m. If you need help adjusting your setup, ask a loved one, neighbor, or handyman. This isn't just about comfort. This is about survival. And this small change could be the reason you stay out of the emergency room. Here's a question most people never think to ask. Are your morning medications silently making your shower more dangerous? If you're taking blood pressure medication, the answer could be yes. According to cardiologists at the Mayo Clinic, many of the most common blood pressure drugs reach peak effect in the early morning hours, right around the time many seniors are stepping into the shower. That's a dangerous combination. Dr. Michael Ramirez, director of geriatric cardiology at Mayo, explains, blood pressure medications often lower blood pressure aggressively just as your body is already in a vulnerable state, especially in the early morning. Combine that with the heat and vertical posture of a shower, and you've got a serious risk for fainting. Take Patricia Sullivan, a 76-year-old grandmother of 5. She always took her lisinopril the moment she woke up. Then she'd hop in the shower around 7 a.m. She never connected her frequent dizziness to her routine until the day she blacked out. Her doctor explained that her medication, combined with the natural morning dip in blood pressure and the heat of the shower, created a perfect storm. Once she shifted her shower to late morning and separated it from her pill by 3 hours, the dizzy spells vanished. What should you do? Call your doctor today. Ask if your medication timing should be adjusted. Never shower within 2 hours of taking blood pressure meds. Create a simple medication chart to separate shower time and pill time clearly. This is one of the most overlooked dangers seniors face daily. But now that you know, you have the power to change it. It's not just about staying upright. It's about staying safe. Is your bathroom secretly more dangerous before sunrise? Most people think of the bathroom as just another room. But for seniors, it's statistically the most dangerous place in the house. And here's what many don't realize, that danger doubles during the early morning hours. Why? Because after age 70, your visual perception in low light drops by up to 60%. Dr. Sarah Johnson, a geriatric ophthalmologist, explains seniors often underestimate how much their night vision has declined. In dim light, their ability to detect contrast, depth, and hazards, like water on the floor, is significantly reduced. Just ask Gregory Harrison, an 81-year-old retired postal worker. One morning around 5 o'clock a.m., he got up for his usual shower. But in the pre-dawn light, he didn't see the thin layer of water near the tub. He slipped, broke his hip, and lost much of his mobility forever. I thought I was being careful, Gregory said, but I couldn't see what was right in front of me. If I had just waited until daylight, that one fall changed everything. Here's what you need to do today. Install motion-activated nightlights along the path to and inside your bathroom. Use non-slip floor mats in bright, high-contrast colors that are visible even in low light. Keep a flashlight within reach of your bed for early morning visibility. You might not think lighting matters. But when you're over 70, being able to clearly see water on tile could be the difference between a safe morning and a life-altering fall. Don't wait for an accident to show you what's missing. Let me ask you something. Did you drink water before your shower this morning? If you're over 70, and the answer is no, you may be putting yourself at serious risk without even knowing it. According to geriatric specialists at Johns Hopkins, most seniors wake up dehydrated after a full night's sleep. And when you step into a warm shower in that state, it creates a perfect storm called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when you stand up. That drop can reduce blood flow to the brain, causing lightheadedness, fainting, and falls. Dr. William Parker, lead researcher in geriatric hydration, explains, many older adults assume their morning dizziness is just normal aging. But in most cases, it's a dangerous mix of dehydration, heat, and standing upright in the shower. That's exactly what happened to Leonard Sullivan, a 77-year-old former engineer. He always felt fine later in the day, but during his morning showers, he got dizzy. He ignored it until one day he blacked out and hit his head. His doctor later told him, "Leonard, this wasn't bad luck. You were dehydrated, your body couldn't keep up." Since then, Leonard made one small change. He drinks a full glass of water 15 minutes before every shower. And the dizzy spells? Gone. Your new morning ritual? Drink a full glass of water before you even step into the bathroom. Keep a water bottle in your bathroom. As a reminder, make hydration a non-negotiable part of your shower routine. It costs nothing. Takes less than 30 seconds. And it could prevent a fall that changes your life. It's simple, it's safe, and it starts tomorrow morning. Here's a question that might hit a little too close to home. If you fell in the shower at 5 o'clock a.m., how long would it take for someone to find you? For most seniors living alone, or even just in a quiet household, the answer is terrifying. According to emergency medicine studies, falls that happen during early morning hours are 40% more likely to result in severe complications or death. Why? Because no one's awake to hear you. Dr. Emily Rodriguez, an emergency physician specializing in geriatric trauma, explains, the golden hour after a serious fall is critical for survival. But seniors who fall during the early morning are often left on the floor for hours before anyone realizes something's wrong. That's what happened to Beatrice Harper, a 73-year-old widow who took her daily shower at 5 o'clock a.m. One morning, she slipped. No phone within reach. No one checking in until much later. By the time a neighbor knocked on her door, 4 hours had passed. She was conscious, but hypothermic, weak, and in pain. Her doctors said that if she had fallen in the middle of the day when more people were around, the outcome could have been very different. That morning changed my whole routine, Beatrice later said. Now I only shower mid-morning and I have a check-in buddy. Here's what you need to do. Today, install a waterproof emergency call button inside your shower area. Schedule regular check-ins with a family member or neighbor. If you live alone, avoid early morning showers when everyone else is still asleep, even if you feel strong and capable. Remember this, no one plans to fall. But when it happens, help needs to come fast. And the timing of your shower could be the difference between a scare and a tragedy. Have you ever felt a little foggy right after waking up? That early morning grogginess might seem harmless, but for seniors over 70, it can seriously affect safety, especially in the shower. Neurologists at Stanford University have found that between 4 o'clock a.m. and 8 o'clock a.m., seniors experience up to a 30% decline in cognitive function compared to midday. That means your reaction time is slower, your decision-making is dulled, and your brain is simply not ready to respond to quick changes, like slippery floors, shifting balance, or scalding hot water. Dr. Jonathan Miller, an expert in circadian rhythms and brain health, explains, tasks that require alertness and coordination, like adjusting water temperature or avoiding a fall, are significantly riskier during the early morning hours. Just ask Franklin Wilson, a 79-year-old retired professor. He had always been sharp, loved reading, solving puzzles, and keeping mentally active. But one morning at 6 o'clock a.m., he stepped into the shower half asleep and didn't notice the water had turned scalding hot. By the time he reacted, it was too late. He suffered severe burns that required hospitalization. And afterward, he told his family something heartbreaking. If that had happened at noon, I would have reacted instantly. But at that hour, my brain just wasn't there yet. So what's the solution? Set your shower time between 10 o'clock a.m. and 2 o'clock p.m. When your brain is fully awake, an alert use a shower timer to limit exposure. If you must shower earlier, consider installing a temperature limiter or automatic shutoff. To prevent extreme heat, it might not seem like much, but in that one slippery second, when your foot slips or the water surges, your brain is the only thing that can save you. Make sure it's ready. So now you know. You know that showering between 4 o'clock a.m. and 8 o'clock a.m. after age 70 isn't just a habit, it's a high-risk decision. You know the science behind why unstable blood pressure, temperature sensitivity, medication effects, low light, dehydration, slow reaction times, and maybe worst of all, delayed emergency response if something goes wrong. But here's the good news, these risks, you can control them. With just a few small changes, you can transform your bathroom from a danger zone to a safe space. Shift your shower time to mid-morning, lower your water temperature, stay hydrated before you bathe, talk to your doctor about medication timing, add better lighting, anti-slip surfaces, and emergency buttons. These steps are simple. They are affordable, and they can literally save your life or someone you love. So let me ask you, speech balloon, what time do you usually shower? Would you consider shifting your routine after watching this? Tell us in the comments. Someone else might read your story and change their life too. If this video made you think, if it gave you something you didn't know before, hit the like button so more people see it. And most importantly, share it with your parents, your grandparents, your neighbors. Anyone over 70 deserves to know this. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more life-saving tips for seniors, the kind that most people never hear about until it's too late. You have the knowledge now. The power to protect yourself and others is in your hands. Don't wait until something goes wrong. Take action today.